Flydubai Flight 981 closes in on Rostov-on-Don International Airport in southwest Russia.
Rostov Tower, Sky Dubai 9081, we're at 2,600 feet.
2,300 feet is our next target altitude.
11 miles out, Captain Aristos Socrates and First Officer Alejandro Alava Cruz prepare the Boeing 737-800 for touchdown.
Both pilots had a pretty good amount of flying hours in the 737 specifically. These were experienced pilots.
Flight 981, Rostov Tower.
Winds 240 degrees, gusts 30 knots. You're clear to land on runway 22.
The controller reports the weather conditions at the airport. Thick clouds cover Rostov-on-Don. High winds are battering the runways.
The weather in Rostov at that time was pretty low cloud with wind gusts. It was typical for that time of year for Rostov. If you look at the geography with the sea and the hills around it, then yes, you can expect some challenges.
Flydubai Flight 981 departed Dubai International Airport at 10:37 p.m. It's a 4-hour flight northwest to Rostov-on-Don. It's a bumpy ride for the 55 passengers on board. The flight is expected to land in minutes.
150 knots.
8 miles out, the pilots reduce speed as they begin the final descent.
On approach, pilots know exactly what the airplane is doing. They know the conditions that they're flying in.
Flaps 30.
Flaps 30.
They're going to drop the flaps bit by bit when they drop their landing gear. It's a very gradual process.
It should be a bit bumpy and then later it should be calm.
The pilots expect turbulence on approach, but anticipate a smooth landing. The runway is just 4 miles away, but there's a threat ahead.
Go around. Wind shear ahead.
The onboard radar has detected dangerous winds.
Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead.
Wind shear is a rapid change in direction and speed of wind. If a pilot experiences a strong headwind that suddenly changes to a tailwind, the aircraft might not have enough lift to remain airborne, especially at low altitude.
The wind shear alert is built into the aircraft's avionics to tell you if you're going into wind currents that could be problematic.
Wind shear ahead.
Wind shear go around.
Just 1,000 feet above the ground, landing at Rostov-on-Don becomes too risky.
Rostov Tower, this is 981. We're conducting a go-around due to wind shear.
The pilots abort their approach.
Every pilot is prepared to make a go-around on every approach. It's something that pilots do off the top of their heads. There's no manual involved.
They have no limit to the amount of approaches that they can try as long as they have enough fuel, so why not go around and just try it again?
Flight 981, copy?
Flight 981 is one of 4 incoming flights controllers are managing as high winds delay landings.
Aeroflot 1166, be advised, Sky Dubai 981 reports wind shear on landing.
The air traffic controller's workload was definitely increased in this environment, and they have to start juggling all those cards in the air.
As Flight 981 climbs,
Aeroflot 1166, you're clear to land on runway 22.
an Aeroflot flight prepares to land. Captain Socrates pays close attention to its communications.
I want to see what this guy will do.
The crew at this point is hoping that the crews of other flights are able to give them some information that they might be able to use to make some decisions about what to do next.
That flight can't land at Rostov-on-Don either. The Aeroflot pilots also encounter wind shear on final approach. They're forced to abort.
that kind of seals the deal. Flydubai is going to have to either wait or they're going to have to go to an alternate airport.
High over Rostov-on-Don, passengers on Flight 981 are restless. The pilots are holding at 15,000 feet, circling near the airport, waiting for a chance to land.
The pilots stayed in a holding pattern since they had enough fuel to be able to do so, to wait for weather conditions to improve.
3 other planes are also in a holding pattern. The storm pounding Rostov-on-Don isn't passing.
Flydubai 981, for your information, previous traffic
Going to alternate airports.
All the other flights decide to divert to alternate airports instead.
The problem with diverting is that it's expensive and it's inconvenient. The passengers don't end up at the destination. They have to be put up in hotels. And with a low-cost airline, it's the last thing it wants.
Captain Socrates continues monitoring the weather radar. Finally, he spots a clearing.
I think I'd like to give it a try.
I agree. Let's try.
It's not unusual for a crew to take advantage if there happens to be a break in the weather pattern that provides safe conditions to land the aircraft.
Flydubai 981, request descent for another approach.
15,000 feet over Rostov-on-Don, the pilots again prepare to land.
Flydubai 981, Rostov Tower. You're cleared to land on runway 22.
Good evening, your first officer here. We will be landing shortly. Once again, we apologize for the delay.
13 miles from runway 22, the pilots line up for a second approach.
Be advised, low altitude
Headwind 53 knots, light icing.
Even though winds are strong, controllers aren't reporting wind shear at the runway.
Flaps 30.
Flaps 30.
But as they approach, they soon realize something's not right.
Check your speed. Okay, go around.
The pilots execute another go-around.
Keep it at 15 degrees, nose up.
Just 2,000 feet in the air, Captain Socrates is wrestling with the Boeing 737. Seconds later, Flight 981 is diving straight at the runway.
Oh my God.